governments started meddling in education, as distinct from simply funding it for the benefit of the nation's families, in 2008, when every state education minister in the country and the then Federal Minister Julia Gillard signed the Melbourne Declaration of Educational Goals for Young Australians. This declaration said, quote, "Schools play a vital role in promoting the intellectual, physical, social, emotional, moral, spiritual and aesthetic development of young Australians," unquote. Oh, do they now? Do you remember voting for a political party that was offering to become an emotional, moral and spiritual mentor for your kids? Because that's what we've had since 2008. Even the Melbourne Declaration acknowledged that this was new territory for the government, saying its declaration had, quote, "a broader frame than previous educational policies." You can say that again. In 2011, by which time Gillard had become Prime Minister, the national curriculum, an idea that had been kicking around since the 1980s, was finally introduced. The curriculum is not forced on the states. Queensland, Tasmania, South Australia and the two territories adopt it, holus bolus, while Victoria, New South Wales and Western Australia have more or less cut and pasted it with minor modifications. There are three cross-cultural ideas cross-curriculum ideas, I should say, in the national curriculum. They are Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island histories and cultures, Asia and Australia's engagement with Asia, and, of course, sustainability. Despite Indigenous culture contributing very little to the sum total of scientific knowledge, it is still embedded into the science curriculum. The curriculum explains, quote, "Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples have worked scientifically for millennia and continue to contribute to contemporary science. They are scientifically rigorous, demonstrating how Indigenous culture, history, knowledge and understanding can be incorporated into teaching core scientific concepts," unquote. You might have noticed the word "they" in there. The curriculum considers our Indigenous brothers and sisters to be different to us and worthy of special, some might say exaggerated, inclusion in classroom content. This is a profound departure from the traditional Western concept that all people are equal regardless of their skin colour and genetic makeup. And it is from this that we used to derive the idea that character is destiny. That's not only a quaint notion these days, it's anathema to what we're teaching our kids. Not even the arts are immune to this woke indoctrination. Quote, "Students use the exploratory platform of the arts to advocate effective action for," can you guess? "Sustainability," unquote. Of course they do. And after they've explored the platform to tell us how we are all destroying the planet, they will be qualified to do little more than shove Big Macs through a drive-through window at a tradie in a Hilux on his way to a building site. Although for a lucky few who go on to receive even more indoctrination at university, a career running a major corporation or government bureaucracy beckons. Joseph Stalin once said that, quote, "Education is a weapon whose effect depends on who holds it in his hands and at whom it is aimed," unquote. He forgot to mention it's not a weapon for people like you and me. We're just the mugs who pay for it.